Hi and welcome to this sound redesign live session. I will basically do a redesign from scratch, so I will start with a blank template in Reaper and I will do a full redesign, everything from the spot effects to the Foley to the ambiences and everything like that. I will do this on a scene from a League of Legends trailer. It's around 10 seconds or so, but this is the first video out of 3. Because even though it's just 10 seconds long, the video clip, it takes a bit of time to do a redesign like this, at least for me. So you will get a chance to follow along for kind of a long process, but hopefully a valuable one. But before we dive into all of that, if you are new to sound design and you want to start to apply for internships and apply for different job positions, you will need a showreel. And I have prepared a little cheat sheet for you that's linked down in the description below. This covers everything that you need to know to get started with your showreel. It covers what to think about, like what to start with, what to end with, what to have in the middle and why that's important. You also get a checklist for all the different things that you kind of need to avoid in your showreel and the things that you should have in it and everything like that. So if you need that, go ahead and download it. It's totally free, linked down in the description below. And now let's dive into the redesign. All right, so let's dive into this and let me start by just explaining my process when doing a sound redesign like this. So I pick the clip that I want to redesign, then I watch that clip and I start to collect a small product library for this product, and I will explain that a little bit more in a second. After that, I watch through and start to add markers where I think there are key moments throughout the clip. After that, I design those key moments with the product library. Then I design the secondary most important key moments. And then I start to add the more details around all those secondary moments. So all the vocalizations, all the Foley, and then the ambiences, and then I mix it and I master it. So key moments, secondary moments, additional vocalizations, Foley, and then ambiences and mix and master. So that's my process. I really like to work like that. I like the idea of designing the most important parts first. So figure out the key moment and design those, because then I can design everything that's not that important around those key moments. And I also find that I have the most energy in the beginning of a project. So I want to use the time when I have the most energy and feel that the product is most fun to the most important parts. And that's just my process. If you have a different process that you go about when you redesign stuff and do your own sound designs, I would love to hear how you do it. So leave a comment below about how you do it so I can learn new stuff. But let's dive in a little bit more in detail how I do this. So this sample library or product library that I have, you can actually see it over here. All the folders here, or it's actually databases that says LOL redesign, and then we have like a subfolder to that. So all of these are just databases that are linked over to my big main UCS library, and UCS stands for Universal Category System, and that's just the category system that I use to categorize my sound library. And if you want to know more about that, leave a link in the comment and I try to explain it. Otherwise, you can just Google it and you will find out what it's all about. It's really, really neat. I can highly recommend it. So my main library is over here with all the folders, but then I have databases over here. And these databases are just for this library, or just for this product, I'm sorry. When I have finished this exercise that I will do now, I will just remove all of these. And for the next redesign, I create new databases. And the nice thing with the databases is that they are just linked from the main library. So when I remove these and I want to open up this product like in a half year or something and check something else, then everything will be there because all the files are linked from the original library. So that's why I use databases like this. So when I collect these sounds, I just watch the clip and I just try to figure out what kind of sounds will I need to do the redesign. And the reason that I do this is that when I'm starting to design and I'm in the heat of the moment, I don't want to go through my like 700 gigs of sounds. I just want the sounds that I think is appropriate for this project. So when I start to collect them, I just watch the clip. And we can see here in the beginning, we have this female warrior landing in the beginning. We will watch the full clip in just a second, but just as an example, she lands there in the beginning. Well, we will probably need some kind of sound for that. We will need some kind of whoosh before she lands, then some kind of landing, maybe some kind of sweetener for the landing, maybe some debris for the dust and some small rocks and stuff. And then I start to think, okay, I need to collect those sounds. So then I just set up different folders or different databases with the categories of sounds that I need. And I like to split them up like this. So when I'm designing, I can just go to, all right, I have Foley for her, I have footsteps for her, I have weapons for her. So I can easily go in and just find the sounds that I want. And in this process, I'm not super precious about how I do it. I just try to find sounds that I think is appropriate. I will not use all of these. I will just use some of them, but I just have like a palette. It's basically that you choose your colors, and these colors I will work with when I'm doing the design. And this is everything from Foley to footsteps, and then ambiences, impacts, sweeteners, and then magic stuff. And it's everything from very designed stuff to, yeah, whatever sound I find that I think I can use. This can be animal sounds that I think that I will do some kind of weird design with, because that's what I want to train with. But in this case, it's mostly Foley, footsteps, a couple of ambiences, some fight sounds, and then a lot of weapon sounds. Then we have some magic going on with a teleport, and then some bushes, a little bit of vocalizations, some debris, and some sweeteners. So let's just watch the clip and see what it's all about. So it's these two heroes, and then we have that teleport in the middle here. Really cool stuff. And when I look for the sounds, I just try to feel the characters a little bit, and that's why I have different folders for these two. I mean, she is really agile and nimble and super fast and really, really quick. And she has like leather clothes, and he is like giant, and he has like this big metal steel armor and very muscular and really, really slow. We can see it here. He's like, he can't keep up with her pace, so he misses there, and then he just doesn't understand where she is, and then he comes from behind and hits him. So the two characters have very different attributes, and I just try to think of that when I find the different sounds for them. So like the footsteps, for example, we have like really big armored orc warrior concrete footsteps here for the male character here, but for the girl, fast, small, light footsteps instead. So no brain surgery, of course, but yeah, just think about what kind of sounds do you need for the product and collect them. And everything that you just, or at least the way I do it, is just all sounds that I find that I think can be useful, I just put them in there. And then I will use some of them to design with, and most of them will not be used. But it's way more easy to have like, how many are these? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sounds of footsteps for her when I'm about to design for her, instead of going through my like 300 different footstep sounds, because that just puts me out of the creative zone, and it just makes everything so much harder and much slower. So a little bit of upfront work to put all of this together. You can think of it, if you have a musical background, this is like the same way, same idea as putting together a bit of a template. You put up your orchestral parts, and you put up your drum parts, and you have your synths and everything like that, and then you can just write your music with it. This is the same idea. So you do this upfront work, so you then can be really creative. But then I have a template with tracks and folders here also. It's super simple, and it basically just reflects that's the databases over here. So I have one magic folder here, and I have one magic folder here, I have one whoosh folder here, and one whoosh folder here. And then I have some sweeteners, some folder, footsteps, vocalizations, and these are just empty. It's with subfolders inside them, but otherwise it's just empty. And I have some return tracks over here. I'm not sure how much of them we will use. I have 2 reverb tracks, 2 delay tracks, and 1 sub tracks. And here I just have R-bass with a filter, timeless, 2 delays. So we will see. Maybe we use those, maybe we change it up a little bit, but I will probably not route much stuff to it anyway until we get into the mix and mastering stage. So yeah, that's like the basic session, and we have the video over here, of course. So let's start with doing those markers with the key moments, and I will just do this the way I usually do my trainings and exercises, and I will just try to explain my thought process when I go through it, and hopefully it can be valuable for you. So let's roll this from the get-go. We'll just do it like this. Yeah, we have a key moment there directly. And the key moments are not like, it will not be like 3 key moments or something like that. It will be, how long it is, this is like 10 seconds. It will be probably 8 to 12 key moments, but they will never overlap each other, because if there are 2 moments that feels really important, but they like happen at the same time, then I have to choose. So I have to choose either one of them, because 2 key moments can't be the most important. It's just one of them that can be the most important, and then I have to choose whether it's which one is that's most important, basically. So that's my process. So this is how I do it. I just set the marker and I just write out, okay, this is the landing, and I don't need to sync this 100% to the picture. I will do that later when I start to design it. Now it's just basically that I want to get out these markers to just fill it out. Yeah, that's a cool one too. When she pulls out the knives there, it's important because it shows like her character, who she is. She's a mean machine. Knives out or something. It doesn't really matter. It just so I have something that I know what's going on. Yeah, that's another one. Shows that he has already been hit by her, and he is not someone that backs down. So knife pull out. She runs. All right, there we have the teleport. It's here. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. But I think this is an important moment here when she stops and just turns around. So let's write stop there. And then we have that second here. Teleport again. Teleport again. This would be like a sequence of her teleporting. Port 2. And then basically stabs him there. Where is that? There. All right. Flying hit. Yeah, that's right. All right, so 8 key moments, and this is questionable if this is a key moment. They are so tight on each other, but it's okay. This is not the end of the world if it's not 100% perfect. It's just to get like a framework out. So it's basically like the same idea as if you were to paint a picture. I just want to like write out like the outline of everything, so I know what to do. Now I have the colors, and now I have like the outline of what I'm supposed to paint, and then it's much easier instead of having every color in the world and also don't know the outline of what I'm supposed to paint. So this is a good starting point for me. What I will do now is that I will just start to design these key moments from the start, and just in chronological order. So I will start with this landing here. So we have she's landing. Just double check that marker. Yeah, something like that. So I think we add it under Foley. It's her feet that lands, but yeah, I think it feels like we're using the Foley folder for this anyway. And then maybe some sweeteners also, but we start with that. So then I just go to her Foley folder and just see what we have here. Yeah, these are nice. Because even though she is like small and nimble, what she represents is not small and nimble. She is like super powerful and a real hero. So the sound here, I think it will be like really powerful when she lands, and we can also see over here afterwards we have some dust and debris around her, and that's not a light force that creates that. It's something really heavy. So I think I will go kind of hard and make this like a big start moment in the design. That's kind of nice. I want some sweetener on top of that. Let's see, some kind of trailer hit. These are giant. Oh, that's nice. All right, it's way too loud and also too long. So let's do something like this. Yeah, that's cool. It's too long tail. Yeah, really cool. Add some debris to that. You can add that in the sweeteners. Debris. All right. Nope. Nope. Metal dust. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, some of these. I think I will go with this to start routing. I mean, we can always go back and change stuff later. So we just, to me, it's more important to just get something going and get inspired and just keep up the pace. And then I think I can always go back to it. Prolong it. Yeah, that's good enough. Oh, it's such a cool cool sequence when she pulls out the knives. I think we can do something really cool with that. So I think that's the next. I will just leave this as is for now. We can, yeah, we can go back to it later. Maybe it's a little bit over the top, but I like over the top, so that's not might not be a problem either. But let's see what we can do with these knives here. let's go to weapons for her. Yeah. Yeah, I want some kind of ding when she has pulled them out. Here, when she looks so mean, I want like the resonance from the knives to really just sing there. So maybe we can use something like that, like this, but we just remove the transients. Maybe. I think I will throw some stuff on here and we will see what fits. Yeah, and I think we are way too... Exactly, we're way too late with all of this. Yeah, look at that power. Oh, amazing. Maybe we can add some Haas effects to the Ching, because she has two knives, and we can have them like a slight offset from the left and right. I'm not sure if it will work. Yeah, that's cool. Let's go with that. That's super cool. Nope. But I also think there is some stuff going on here. Yeah, exactly. She pulls out the knives and then she like swings them over her head, like shring. I want to do something with that. Let's see if we can add just the pull out of it. And as you see now, maybe this sounds like contradictional, because I said that I will do the Foley later, and now I directly doing the Foley. But this is a Foley that's part of a key moment to me. So that's why I use that. The Foley, when I add all of that, will be like stuff when she's running and stuff like that. I won't do that now because that's not a part of the key moment. But this is a part of the key moment, and in that key moment there are some Foley elements. So that's why I'm doing that now. So I want some some Foley for when she's pulling out the knives from her back. So let's see, what do we have? These are cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool too. Let's see what works and not. That's cool too. All right. Maybe that. And let's see where I would probably add some more markers here in between. Right, she lands. And then when is she there? All right. Pull out knives. Just so I know what's going on. Yeah, exactly. This will be too long. Maybe we can just, I think somewhere around there. Yeah, and more. Then I need more, because I think of this like the same way as I said before with the Haas effect. I think I want 2 of these pull outs. Yeah, that's fine. How about that? Okay, this could be like an underline layer. Let's see how it works together. Maybe remove that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and then I want some kind of whoosh. Let's see from the beginning. Yeah, I need a whoosh here. I forgot about that. Before she lands, we need a whoosh there. And also when she like stands up here and rises, we need that before the ching. The like knife whoosh will be on the down when she have pulled them out. But I need some kind of energy going up also. I need some kind of whoosh here before the landing first. I will just fill out that so I don't forget it. Let's see. Yeah, that's nice. That might work. Too thin. I need some power. Right. Yeah, if we remove the low end because that clashes with the other stuff going on. Yeah, we'll probably have to come back to this. I'm not 100% happy with this, but it's kind of cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, so let's see if we can do. When is she standing up? Here she rises, like here. Rises. I just like to put in all these markers so I know where things or sequences start and end, because here we have the ending, rise, end. Then it's so much easier to find sounds for that, in my opinion. Can this work? Oh, this will be tricky. Because if I stretch it out, it will be so low. Gosh. Yeah, that's nice. Chop it off, lower it in volume. Make it mono. This could probably be mono too. This has too much low end. Yeah, that's fine for now. Maybe we can just emphasize it a little bit more. We have a little bit of gap there. And then I want it's almost like it's out of screen, but it feels like she's like swinging the knives. I'm not sure if I can pull it off, but it would be cool to make some kind of shring sound with the knives. Let's see. Let's give it a try. I mean, we're here to practice, right? It's that's like at least to me, when I get those ideas and I'm not sure if I can pull it off, then it's the perfect time to just try it out. It's not a big deal if it doesn't work out. You can just remove it and continue. So it's over here. It's just because it's like, yeah, it's in between here. Shrink. Yeah, that's super cool. We have to do that. All right, all right, right. Let's see. There is a little bit of, but not too much. Just trying to find something. Maybe that has like a little bit of sustained element to it, and then we can start to see if we can process that. And I also like the, yeah, this could work. It has a really cool tonal character that I like, because the knives are out in the air and they can resonance freely, basically. Yeah, that's cool. All right. I think I'll try to do some kind of modulation to this, and I like to add a MIDI clip. And the reason that I want a MIDI clip is that I want to have something to trigger the curve modulator within Snap Heap, and this is what I will use here. And I just like the curve clip. I mean, it's much more precise than using an audio follower, because if I don't have a MIDI clip here, the curve will not be triggered. Then I have to trigger it. Oh, sorry, I have to trigger it in a different way, and basically you're left to do it with sidechain or doing it with an audio follower. And I just, it's really hard to work with an audio follower to do these kinds of modulation stuff, in my opinion. So if you right click on a track and you just go to free item positioning, then you can have multiple different items on the same kind of track. So now we have both audio and MIDI on the same track, and then we can just move this around, and I can have the modulation in the curve here will start when the MIDI starts. So if I have it here, we will have it basically start after the sound. Over here we start before, and then we can just move this around and play around with it. It's just a really fluid and easy way to work with it, in my opinion. I really like it. So my idea here is to have one curve and one LFO and one filter, and the LFO will modulate the cutoff of the filter, but faster. And then I typically do it like this. So I just set a time region around the MIDI clip, and then I change this to seconds so I can see how long this clip is, and it's 333 seconds. So no, not that one, this one. So now this curves is equal to this MIDI clip, and now this got really hectic. That's not how fast it will be. So now I can do it like this, because then we can have this like ramp up over time. So it's slower when she pulls out the knives, and when she's over the head, the LFO goes faster, which means the cutoff of the filter go faster. So it will be something like something like that. It's my idea. I'm not sure if it will work out. Let's try it out. So it's really cool now that you can change this inside here. So let's set up a loop here. Yep. And then modulate that. Let's see if we can sync it to the picture somehow. Without it. All right, so let's remove this annoying loop and just see how it works together. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Let's see how it works together with everything. Yeah, that's kind of cool, to be honest. All right. All right. From the beginning. It's a little bit like synthetic. Maybe what happens if we just bypass the filter for a second and try to use a gain instead. All right, let's try with gain. Yeah, I think I like this more. Maybe we can extend it a little bit more. So minus 20 dB, and then I just shake these parameters down here. In the blue here, you can see that it goes from minus 20 dB up to 2 plus dB. So that's the modulation range. So if I would increase this, now we go from 20 minus to 20 plus, but then we are plus 20 dB of the original volume of the sound, and I don't want that. It can go a little bit over zero, but not much. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, just let we leave it as like that for now, and just continue our travel. Let's listen from the beginning one more time. Yeah, it needs some tweaking, but I think it's kind of cool for now. It's so cool when she blows air. Yeah, okay, let's continue. We can always go back, and we will go back to different parts in the design later. But we keep that. It sounds cool. It has the right vibe. It needs some more details and stuff, but we can come back to it later. So next up here, the next key moment is this knife pull out, and now you can see that we have some secondary important parts here when she blows her hair and stuff, but I don't do that now. I just continue to the next marker, and that's the knife pull out here, and we just head over to him here and add some tracks for him, and over to his folder over here. You need something. Nope. Yeah, something like that, something smallish. But I don't want like that long resonance. This knife doesn't have that long blade, and he is just holding it sturdy, and it's in his armor first. So in my head, it will not have any resonance or like singing resonance after the sound. Yeah, basically, just like that. Yeah, maybe we can add some vocalization to him there. And this is the same thing as I said before. I will add all other vocalizations later, but this feels like a moment when the vocalization is a part of the key moment here. So let's see if I get stuck with a vocalization, because they can be kind of tricky to get right. Then I will just leave it and come back to it later. Coughing, maybe not. Yeah, something like that. Maybe. Nope. Oops. Yeah, two. Maybe. Let's see. Nope. 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 I don't need pain. Maybe just that. I just need that, like, a small effort from him. Bypass that. Let's see if this works better. Yeah, okay. We leave it in there for now. More as a placeholder than anything. I'm not even sure. He has his mouth really closed. But it's like maybe. Nope. Yeah, let's leave it for now and see. Maybe I have to dive into the library. I have missed that when I searched and made the project library, and that's stuff that happens all the time. I try to find all the sounds that I need, but then when you get into the meat and potato and you start to design everything, you find a lot of different things that you didn't think about when you did the project library. So then you need to like go into the big library and pull out more stuff, and then I just do that again and add more stuff to these folders. And if I need more folders, I do that too. Sometimes I have missed something that I didn't think of. Maybe I just need some squirrels or something because they are later in the video clip, and then I just have to pull out all my squirrels from the library. But yeah, you understand what I mean. So we leave that for now, more as a placeholder, and then we can come back to it later. My idea here is rather to finish up the design and the key moments here. That's more important to me right now. So the next one here is the teleport, and this is an interesting one. Let's see what we can do with this. All right, so it starts way earlier than my marker here. Teleport starts. And then, yeah, this is so cool. She comes out there. There. Teleport. Part 2 skriver. Yeah, I think I want that, like, I want a gap in between these. Shoop. And then a little bit of gap, and then we can come, so ramp it up, a little bit of gap, and then the next part of it. So let's collapse this folder and add some more tracks to this. Jump into the magic database here. Let's see what we have. Yeah, this feels like too mean. Maybe we can add it as layer. This feels like her, like really light, like really, as I said before, nimble and agile and really, really fast. That's like this magic to me. I mean, this is so abstract. It's just a purple energy teleport. What will it sound like? I think of the attributes a lot when I try to design this stuff, and maybe more of the attributes of the purpose of the magic. So the purpose here is that she like jumps into teleports and then just disappears and comes up something totally from a totally different place, and that's like the speed, and it feels light and fast, and a little bit of like that tonal element to it. So that's what I'm thinking about when I try to find sounds for this teleport. And I think this, even though, I mean, this is not fast and nimble and like speedy, but we can chop this up and edit it and start to design with it. So I think I will drag that in. Maybe I will just see if I can find something more. And that's what I said here. This is really cool, but it has like an ominous feeling to it, and it doesn't feel like that. She is like really like bold and cool and really fast and powerful. This feels like more ominous and a little bit like almost a little bit scary. Maybe we can use it as a layer later, but yeah, I'm not really sure. This is cool. Has that feminine vibe to it with voice, but I think it's maybe we can just use the beginning of it. 100%. Yeah, we will need some kind of bushes. We add that for now. That's the same sound basically. That's one thing when you collect these sounds for a product library. Try to find stuff that's not sounding the same. Otherwise, you can just remove them. But it can be tricky because at least I often get like attached to the same kind of sound all over and over again. So the product library is just 20 sounds that basically are the same thing. But it's oh, that was cool. It's kind of smart if you can get different sounds in there. Then you have a wider palette, but still like the right kind of sound, but with wide palette, you can design a lot of different stuff instead of having 20 sounds that basically are the same thing. These are too powerful. Also too powerful. I like that rise there, that bush in the beginning. Let's just work with these for now and see what we can come up with. It starts over here. Just do something like really rough for now. We can come back to it later. This is just the shimmery layer. Then we need some whooshes to just enhance the movement of it, because I feel a really important part in this sound is this gap here, the daylight in between the two sounds. Oops. Just mute these for now. Yeah, that's cool. That could actually work. We need something more here. And I don't remember how this sound. Maybe we just turn it around. So I really like to reverse sounds and just shortcut. That's what I did here. So it's now it's just reversed. So played from the back instead. Pitch it down. Nope. Yeah, that could work, but it doesn't add anything. It's just very similar to that layer. I like that mid part of this, but we probably don't need. It's like the high energy that we have here. This could also be in mono, right? Maybe. When does it start? Could we actually start it a little bit before? So we can do something called a J cut. So even though we don't see the teleports opening up until here, we can maybe start the sound a little bit earlier. And my idea here now is that I want to play with the stereo field a little bit, and because I want the feeling of it collapsing together and then opening up, so more of that closing feeling. We have a little bit of that just because of the silence, of course, but maybe we can play with the stereo spectrum and just start really wide and then go into mono. And in order to get that effective and just so the audience actually really feels that, I think we need a little bit more time to play with that, and maybe some more sound here with a wide stereo spectrum. And then what I will do is that I will make a group of these, and I will automate a stereo panner on this. All right, let's just try it. Stereo is super simple plugin. Oh my lord, there's a little bit of lag on everything I do here for some reason. If we automate it from really, really wide into mono, yeah, we get more of that feeling. That's actually really cool. Okay, maybe this is another thing that I need to practice on. When something is sounding cool, why do you go in and continue to tweak it? But I do that all the time, and I need to try to control myself, basically. Yeah, maybe reduce that a little bit. And also, we lost a little bit of the energy curve on this, so I will just automate that a little bit. Yeah, that's fine for now, I guess. Yeah, I will not tweak it anymore. It's really hard. It's really, really hard. All right. Yeah, no. Some of that power, maybe. No. Maybe not have that, but have a sweetener underneath here instead. I mean, these sounds so over the top, of course, but if we just reduce the volume of them a lot, and then we tweak the tail of them, and we see if it works. Maybe add a little bit more volume. It's... I don't like that. Yeah, I'm not 100% happy with this, but I think... maybe try this instead. I think we can come back to this also if we need to. Yeah, we can leave it for now and come back to it later. And then we have that stop there. And I think I actually will remove that and focus on this one instead. And since this is, I think at least, boom library, yeah, we have some alts hiding later here. So we can use the same sound, but with a different alt version. And then we can use this again, but a different part of it. And she arrives, bam, there. That was a little bit off. All right, so do it like that. Another one. And I want a really sharp envelope on that one. Bam! That's a big late. And I actually think it's appropriate to design this hit here first, because then we have that big moment. Bam. If we have that designed, then we can more easily design the stuff before that. To me, it's the same idea as putting together these key moments and design those first, and then design the other stuff around that. But in this case, we have like a key moment leads into another key moment. Then I want to design the most important key moment first, if that makes sense, and then I can design the stuff before that leads into that when I know what that sounds like, basically. Yeah, so I think we can start. Oh my god, we can start with a big sweetener here and add some fight impacts. I can do it the other way around, of course, also. But I just got inspired by these sounds. They sound so cool. It's a little bit rough. Oh, that's good. That's it's really nice. Okay, let's leave that as is, and then let's go over to some weapon sounds for her. Yeah, that could work. Yeah. And I mean, this is like the final moment of this design, since we're stopping it here. So this is the pinnacle of the story, basically. When we have edited like this, I mean, the real trailer, of course, continues, and the story is totally different. But when we have edited like this is the final moment. And in this story, basically, she gets him here. So this will be the defining hit that just tells the story that our hero won, basically, if that's now our hero or the supervillain won. Anyway, she wins this. So this moment, when what we're designing here is the finale of the full design. Everything leads up to this. So we will make this really, really big. Mm. Yeah, that's cool. A really cool face expression there also. Let's see if we can do another trial at doing some vocalizations here. Let's see if we have some like attack. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's cool. Maybe. Yeah, I like the how quick it is. Maybe we can use that earlier also when she here, when she stops and turns around. Let's remove that for now. Let's see if we can do something more with when she is flying towards him here. And I want the hit here to be a little bit bigger. And I think what I want to do is do some kind of double transient to just enhance it and make it a little bit longer and bigger, basically. I think I heard something when you walked through this earlier. Yeah, that one. Maybe if we lower it in volume. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so yeah, we need some kind of whoosh there. So so we're leading up the energy into it. We need a little bit of breathing room here, and then leading up. So this space here, we need some whoosh elements to bring it all home. These are really short. Yeah, something like that. Maybe. Yeah, it's so short. Maybe I have to go into the library and see if I can find something for this. I want it like this. I don't know why I have missed this. Yeah, something like that. All right, let's play it from the beginning and see if we have to have them all there. I'm really not happy with the teleport right now. This feels like really not good. And this, God, right. It needs to be faster. Yeah, this idea might have been a bad one. Yeah, that's better. What the heck? Is it this? Yeah, it's this. All right. All right, so the sweetener might not have been that big of a problem then. Let's try a different one. Maybe that's one. Yeah, maybe something like that. Let's see. Yeah, that's not terrible. I'm not in love with it, but it's not terrible. Okay, let's roll it from the beginning. I want more crunch from the beginning here. Love those. Yeah, the grunt there is great. It feels like the teleport is the weakest part right now. Let's see if we can denoise it a bit and add some character to it. Yeah. You know, sometimes you have to get an idea and this might just be removed. Yeah, it feels way better. All right. I need something here. something like that. Hi. Yeah, that fits better. Okay. Let's listen from the beginning. Maybe we just get a feeling for it and see if this is a good place to take a break and continue with the secondary sounds a little bit later. Let's see. All right. Maybe unmute everything first. Yeah, all right, all right. I will add a little bit more detail to the portal and try to add some crunch to the beginning. Then I take a break and get some coffee. Maybe just do the portal. See if we can add some more details to this. Yeah, I like this. Do we have some more options of this? Yeah, we do. I have to be my own like commercial music. All right, let's see. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see. Yeah, that feels like it's that pace and that speed that I was after. Maybe I actually want one of these over here too. But maybe lowering volume and with a shorter tail, just to get them feel a little bit more cohesive, because now it's four like places, so it's like one here, one there, one there, one there, and these three sounds like kind of similar, but this is a little bit off because it doesn't have one of these layers in it. So let's see if this can glue it together a little bit. Yeah. Maybe these are a little bit loud. Yeah, cool. Really cool. All right, let's see if it can add some tiny bit of crunch to the beginning there. If we have some more debris, maybe some rocks or stones or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. All right, we need to, it's too long. Yeah, that's a good place to just stop this. So I grab a cup of coffee and then we continue with the secondary most important moments, and then we continue the process from there. All right, that was the first part out of 3 of this redesign. We covered how to prepare the project, how to set up the template, and how to design the key moments of the redesign. If you want to see more in-depth videos about sound design, I can recommend this video where I break down my sound redesign for a Heaviosity trailer. So that's it for this video. Take care of each other, and I see you in the next one.